This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I really appreciate you joining me today, and thank you to everybody watching the other uploads that are not premieres. We will do several premieres a week, but also regular uploads. This news comes from London and the surrounding areas, and thank you to Dave Nathan for his coverage from the scene of the Croydon murder that occurred on Saturday the 31st of May. Police are continuing to investigate the fatal stabbing of a female. Police were called to Frith Road at 9:07 in the morning following reports of a stabbing. Sadly, a woman was declared dead at the scene by the London Ambulance Service after sustaining a single stab wound. Formal identification is yet to take place, but the woman has been named as 26-year-old Marjama Osman from Croydon. Her family are aware and are being supported by specially trained police. Police within the Metropolitan Specialist Crime Command launched a murder investigation and have been pursuing inquiries in the local area. A 33-year-old man was arrested at the scene on suspicion of murder. And on Sunday the 1st of June, police arrested a 32-year-old man on suspicion of murder also. But both men have since been bailed whilst inquiries continue. And this element is very interesting because if there is a lot of evidence, as I'm sure you can imagine, people would be charged or kept in custody for longer. But for them both to be arrested and bailed is very interesting because it means that the police don't have enough evidence at that time to charge them with any offences. Detective Chief Inspector Dave Wellams, who's leading the investigation, said, "We appreciate the tragic incident has caused real concern in the community of Croydon. Our priority at the moment is to continue gathering evidence, and we need to find whoever is responsible for Marjama's death and bring them to account. Our understanding at the moment is that Marjama was assaulted inside an address on Frith Road and it led into the street where she collapsed. We are appealing to anybody that may have seen or heard anything who was in the local area to assist with the investigation. We appreciate there's a lot of speculation in the local community about Marjama's death, and we want to encourage anybody that may have heard anything concerning her death to contact us. These conversations within the community may bring Marjama's murderer or murderers to justice." So this is still an early investigation and nobody has been charged as of yet, but we're definitely going to follow this story. And also please don't forget to follow on other social medias to stay updated with the latest news. It relates to a fire also, and 2 teenagers have been sentenced for manslaughter after a firework that was thrown inside an old man's house ended up killing him. CCTV has been released and it's quite disturbing because you can see from this video footage that the house already had boarded up windows and boarded up doors, which symbolised that he was probably the victim of an attack previously, and why he wasn't secure and why he was even living in them conditions, we don't know. Robert Price was 76 years old and he sadly died as a result of his injuries that he sustained during the fire at his home in Oval Road, North Dagenham on the 27th of July last year. Nathan Otito Dil Chukwul of Crow Lane, Romford, and a 16-year-old boy from Dagenham appeared at the Old Bailey on Monday the 2nd of June. Nathan was jailed for 6 years and the teenager received 2 years and 8 months. Both were convicted at the same court in February for manslaughter pleas that were accepted by the prosecution. On the night of the incident, the 16-year-old threw a lit firework through a gap in a boarded-up window at the victim's house. The incident was caught on CCTV and doorbell footage and showed 2 other teenagers egging their friend on. Throughout the inquiries, detectives were able to establish that the defendants had met up earlier in the day and spent time in the local area, setting off fireworks in the park. They then took a bus to the vicinity of the victim's home and walked past it several times. At one point, they approached the property with a firework in hand, but they were put off when the victim came to the door and they ran off. But a short time later they returned and the 16-year-old climbed onto a gas meter outside the address, lit a firework and threw it inside. A loud bang was heard, as well as the laughter of the defendants as they ran from the scene. Police attended along with the fire brigade and London Ambulance Service, and firefighters forced entry to the property, and Robert's body was found inside and he was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem examination gave the cause of death as inhalation of fumes and burns. An investigation was launched and within 2 days of the incident, the 2 teenagers were arrested and the 2 teenagers were taken into custody. Detective Chief Inspector Phil Clark from the Specialist Crime North said, "This is a deeply tragic case that saw a man lose his life inside his own home after a completely mindless and a reckless act had devastating consequences. The young defendants will now have to face the consequences of their actions by spending time in prison, and we hope that Robert's family can take some solace in this outcome, and they're pleased the defendants spared them the ordeal of a trial." And the real reality is the sad reality that this old man died alone and was clearly victim to other incidents due to the fact his house was in such disarray and nobody was there to support him. So please pay respects in the comments, and please don't forget to follow on social media as well at Scarcity Studios for all the latest news and updates. And I'll be back again very shortly with some more. Peace.